Hey everybody, I'm Evan Hammonds for bloodhorse.com and welcome to After the Wire, brought to you by EquiAid, the makers of Bodybuilder and other fine natural products. The Triple Crown is in the books, folks, and what did we learn? Well, may not be the fastest bunch of 3-year-olds we've seen, but they sure are fun, and it figures that we'll see the first 3 across the line at Belmont, all classic winners now. Down the road this summer at Saratoga or Monmouth, we can make for some great debates and some very exciting racing. Now the rest of the field might be a little more durable than their recent predecessors. 10, count them, 10 Derby starters ran in the Belmont Stakes this year. As for the test of the champion, there figured to be some speed in the race, and there was. Frack Daddy, Freedom Child, and Oxbow went at it early and over a quick surface that had remarkably dried out from Friday's deluge. They promptly went out and fired off an opening quarter and 23 flat, followed by another 23 and 3/4. Now that's 46 and 3 for an opening half. That was the fastest for the Belmont in more than 20 years. The only one close to it was in 1996. That was a 46 and 4. And the winner that year, editor's note, came from way back to win that one. Now, who was right off the pace here? Malice and Mike Smith. Now, Oxbow has proven his toughness a long time ago, and while much more effective on the front end, his pedigree has plenty of North American stamina, so he figured to hang around for a while. Malice's pedigree is solid enough, with 2 of my favorites, Theatrical and Red Ransom, underneath. He figured, at least to me, to step up with some more ground and a smoother trip than he got in the Derby with the blinkers on, so it wasn't that much of a surprise to see those 2 open up on the front runners on the turn, with Orb, the Derby winner, and Revolutionary getting into gear. Now turning for home, both Malice and Oxbow looked spent, and they probably were, but so was everybody else. The final half was 54 and 1. Now let me repeat that, 54 and 1. And you know what? Nobody closed into that. The winner got a fair buyer speed figure of 98 for his efforts. Now it takes a certain kind of horse to win the Belmont. Pedigree is perhaps more important than in any of the other classics, and it takes good old-fashioned stamina. For what it's worth, back in early May, Malice did look the best of Pletcher's lot at Churchill Downs. In the 5-week break, had to factor into his performance. Our congratulations go out to Cott and Ann Campbell of Dogwood Stable. They work hard, they play hard, and they've been rewarded for their efforts. Now, as for a few notes for the undercard stakes, it was an amazing sight to see as Calidoscopio came from 22 lengths back to run past them all in the Brooklyn Handicap the day before the Belmont. The feat transcended racing, actually trended online as it popped up into my Yahoo newsfeed Saturday morning. Now we watched in awe as he pulled the trick the first time last fall in the Breeders' Cup Marathon, and the fact he was able to do it again in the slop over Big Sandy was nothing short of miraculous. Year after year, the Brooklyn delivers the goods. I know I'd like to see more mile-and-a-half races. How about you? Now at the head of the lane in the Just a Game Stakes, it was anybody's ball game, but it was a game Stephanie's Kitten who came up the hedge under John Velasquez to get to the front with a furlong to go. With Better Lucky taking the overland route, the 2 hooked up and separated themselves from the rest of the pack pretty quickly, with the Kitten being able to pull away in the final strides. It may not have been a big field, but the talent was super, so that was a major score for the Ramseys, trainer Wayne Catalano. I'd like to thank EquiAid for their sponsorship, and I'd like to thank you for watching After the Wire.